Hey guys, in this video I wanted to show you a few of the spinners I've been collecting these past few months. If you like to fidget a lot, like click your pen or pick lint from your sofa or biting your fingernails, a fidget toy like a spinner can help you break that habit. When I'm sitting idle watching television or a movie, I find myself like losing focus and wanting to play with my phone or a remote. Ever since I started fiddling with a spinner, I find myself able to concentrate on watching the movie while I spin. There's just something really satisfying about spinning them. I don't quite understand why, but it works. After a while, I can flick and spin without having to think much about it while I do something else. It's like occupying the subconscious part of your brain, keeping it busy, and then this way you're able to focus on whatever you're actually doing at the moment. I've collected a number of them over these past few months, and here are the few that I got from Amazon and Banggood. Some of them are expensive, costing several $100s. These ones aren't. These are actually clones. The very first one that I got was this 3D printed one. I 3D printed it myself, and I had some old inline skating bearings that I kick it around, and I installed it in here. And they actually don't spin that well because they're old bearings, but it worked well just to see if it would actually work. And then I ended up buying some that were actually better. So here's what I look for in a spinner. I want something that's got like made out of like really heavy metals like brass with more weight. They spin longer. They may not necessarily spin faster, but they do spin longer and they spin smoother. Also, having more arms or spokes like the tri or quad armed ones will tend to wobble less and they'll spin smoother as well. Like I mentioned, most of these are clones, so they are not as good quality as the original ones, and these basically don't have like a really nice finish to them. Some of them have really like hard edges on them, and most of the clone ones have like glued in or pressed in bearings. So if your bearings wear out, you basically can't replace it. You basically have to buy a new one. However, some of them do have removable bearings, like this torque bar style clone. If you remove the end caps on them, they do have like a retainer that you can remove. This way it allows you to remove the bearing. So in this case right here, you can see I'm turning this retainer ring here, and once I get this off, you'll see that I can actually remove the bearing. So this is actually a pretty decent quality spinner. It's modeled after like a torque bar style thing, and it does have a removable bearing. So if you want, you can upgrade the bearing to a ceramic one later on, because right now it has a steel bearing, so it's not going to spin as smooth or as fast. But there is the upgradability to it because it's not a pressed fit bearing. So some of these do have that kind of quality to it. In fact, I have 3 of them that are like this, and this one here is also removable. So if you unscrew the end caps and then you take the end caps off, and then you will see a little slot there which allows you to stick like a coin or the other end cap to it, and this way you can just use it to unscrew the retainer ring. And once you remove that, again, you can replace the bearing without much problems at all. And that's a really good feature here, especially when you want to upgrade it like I mentioned before. And these ones usually come with steel bearings. Let me just focus the camera here, and they usually come with steel bearings like I said. And if you want to make them go faster, smoother, you can just take out the old bearing and put something else in there. Just as long as you get the right bearing size, then it shouldn't be a problem. And this other one here is the same thing. It does have a removable bearing, and you can upgrade that as well. There are tons of styles of spinners coming out every day, and if buying the higher quality ones are too expensive, the clones aren't bad if you're not a collector but someone who just wants to fidget with something. And if you're interested in some of these ones I've shown in the video, I have links to them in the description. Anyways, comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see you next time.